Hello, hi, this is G, your face, and I'll be talking about a game between DIMAGA and Socke. DIMAGA is playing as the red Zerg player at the lower left-hand corner, and Socke is playing as the blue Protoss player at the upper right-hand corner. I think his name is Socke. I'm not sure if it's Socke or Saki or something else, so please tell me if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly, or I'll just keep on assuming I'm right until someone tells me otherwise. Like how my great-great-grandfather sailed around the earth and fell off the edge of the world screaming, "Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you." And the Nexus is chrono boosting a couple of probes out at the moment. I think the Zerg player has he hasn't actually put down his spawning pool. Both players are not making that much action. Let's see what Socke is going to do. Maybe a gateway. Ooh, he's actually putting down a forge. A forge is going up at the moment. And there's nothing at the hatchery right now. A lot of Korean players like to put down the forge. I'm not sure if Socke is Korean. I don't think he is. And DIMAGA is going to put down his hatchery right outside. They would like to put down the pylons here blocking the hatchery, or they could also put the pylons around the edge. And ooh, he's going to put down the pylons around the edge. And in order to see if this is effective, I think a lot of times what you want to do is good for its cause. So right away DIMAGA is going to pull off 3 drones. They're going to try to get us around. They can't really get us around on this pylon. It's a little bit annoying because the positioning of this is not very good for those drones to get the hits on, and this probe is desperately trying to stay alive. He does put down a pylon behind him, and now he cancels it, so he lost a couple of minerals there, and he's gonna run back, and ooh, he's putting down, let's see, these are all three are cannons, 1 pylon powering 3 cannons at the moment. He really needs to throw down another pylon perhaps, and that's another pylon's going up. 1 cannon does get cancelled, 300 minerals lost already. A second cannon goes up, and DIMAGA looks like he's in tears. So there's 3 cannons, 2 pylons at the moment. Another cannon gets cancelled, and the cannon gets put up in the front. And this one gets cancelled as well. Are these getting cancelled or are they getting destroyed? I think they got destroyed. I meant to say destroy, not cancel. So there's 3 cannons and 3 pylons, and we can see that he's already lost 700 minerals worth of stuff. And right now he finally got it up. He will be able to get 1 probe kill there, 1 drone kill, 2 drone kills. And this probe is still not gonna give up on this strategy. Both players might be pretty heavily on this. Now finally the 2 photon cannons go up. You might consider canceling this cannon because he, as you can see here, he actually lost quite a bit, and I think he does cancel it, which is a smart thing to do. He will manage to delay him a little bit, so there is an overlord at the doorway. 1 cannon going up. This is a very good position for the cannon. 1 Zergling running inside, and a couple of more of his friends going to be on the way. If we take a look at unit loss cap, there is a lot more units lost for Socke, and now there's going to be a hatchery finally goes down, so it's about a little bit more even, 475 to 1,100. This certainly won't be able to do too much. Both assimilators are going to go up relatively soon, as both extractors are up and already up and running. Started the same process for Socke, and he actually had a pylon here blocking the way of the Zerglings a little bit earlier. 2 gateways going up on the side, Overlord going to the middle, and a couple of Zerglings hang out over here. Haven't really taken down this 2 cannons. I think he really needs a couple of bailings to do just that. And I think there is a little bit lag issues right now. Cybernetics core has just recently gone down for Socke, and DIMAGA is thinking about kicking someone out of the game, and the person has left. And right now a chrono boost is being used, and DIMAGA's Zergling is still inside the base. No one has taken any shots at it, and now the probes will come off the line momentarily. 3 probes, and not killing off that Zergling. Bailing's Nest and Metabolic Boost is currently being researched by DIMAGA, and a probe is going inside the base for Socke, and will he see the Bailing's Nest? I think he should, or at least he's going to see it eventually, and he does see it before the probe goes down. And the Zergling is still inside the base harassing the probes, and finally the probes takes down the Zerglings. But I think there is a hidden benefit to that 1 Zergling. If you notice, Socke only has 2 probes on gas. This could be intentional, but probably not intentional, because a lot of players do like to have 3 probes on gas. +1 weapons is currently being researched by Socke, and there's a lot of Zerglings and Bailings being morphed in on the side here as he's thinking about busting through these 2 cannons. Still only 2 probes. I think that one Zergling did pay dividends, because right now your opponent is getting less gas than you because of that one Zergling. that is very, very nice play by DIMAGA, and DIMAGA's gonna come in with 6 Bailings, and 2 of them will live. 4 of them did take down the 2 cannons, and the Zerglings are gonna finish up these pylons. And I think Socke might be supply capped here, if I'm not mistaken. He's at 41 of 42. When that pylon goes down, he's going to be at... he just put down another pylon just in the nick of time, but he is still somewhat supply blocked, because he can't really make any units other than probes. And these stream of Zerglings are running across the map. And as they're running across the map, Warp Gate is being researched and chrono boosted. +1 is almost complete. It's about 90-95%. A lot more Zerglings spawning. There are 3 sentries. This is exactly what you need. You could put down 1 force field here and 1 force field here, and pretty much destroy anything in between with your shots and the photon cannon. And ooh, look at this little buddy here. Look at this little zealot, and he's actually stuck behind his wall. Not the best place for him to be. Additional queen being produced as the hatchery of the natural expansion is finally going up, and 2 creep colonies are going up. This is a 3 creep colony, maybe a 4th one. This is a very, very good creep colony. That is very, very Brew War 2 like, and these spine crawlers are going up, and this is a very good way to do it, because if you have your spine crawlers go up in your main base, once your expansion goes up, you can just move them over. It's much quicker, and it might be able to help him prevent this early harass. Well, not really early harass, but slightly earlier harass from the zealots and sentries. A lot of Bailings are in place, so they should be able to hold off this attack just fine. We do see the zealots and the sentries coming in, and I think they're gonna have to force a couple of force fields here, because he doesn't want to get splashed from the Bailings, but the Bailings do splash a good chunk of the zealots, and I think he's gonna retreat here. A lot of Zerglings currently being produced, and the spine crawlers are being moved across very, very slowly out of the ramp, and these forces are gonna have to run back if they want to survive. And ooh, very, very good force fields. This one zealot actually a little bit out of position, but the rest of his friends are very, very safe. And as soon as the spine crawler goes down, I think he should end the push, and I think he's going to end it, maybe not. And a lot more Zerglings and Bailings are currently being morphed in, as Socke does not want to give up, and he's also grabbing his own expansion in the meantime. There's 4 gateways and 1 forge with the +1 upgrade already finished, whereas the Zerglings and the Zerg player does not actually have any upgrades at the moment, and he's going to try to run it maybe on the side, and a lot of Bailings going to discourage him from doing that. And Bailings are running closer, and not quite close enough. He does not have the centrifugal hooks yet, as he does not have lair tech. And a bunch of Zerglings running across the map. There's 1 pro probably thinking about putting a proxy pylon somewhere. And these bunch of Zerglings are going to catch some Stalkers out of position. They might be able to take down these Stalkers. A Stargate is going up for the Protoss player. Socke inside his base, as well as the robotics facility. And the Void Ray is going to be produced out from the Stargate. And these Zerglings are coming in. They're going to try to take down some probes. We do see 3 probes go down. 4th, 5th, and 6th one maybe going down. Ooh, got a 4th one there, I think. And these zealots and sentry will be able to deter them from doing any more additional damage. I think 1 pylon went up there, and ooh, this probe is actually not putting down a pylon just yet. Bunch of Zerglings hiding on the left side. Creep is being spread. Zerglings and Bailings are being produced, and the +1 armor upgrade is being conducted by Socke. Zerglings and Bailings morphing in from the side. This is a very good idea to do, because you can send your Bailings in first and then have your Zerglings scoop up the remainder of the troops. An additional Void Ray is being produced at the moment by Socke, and these Zerglings are going to come in and try to take some probe kills, and they're not going to get any with the heavy army. I think if he just waited a bit and surprised them with the Bailings first, that would have done a lot more damage than it's doing now. A lot of probes are being produced at the moment by DIMAGA, and if we take a look outside DIMAGA's base, very, very well situated. There is 4 spine crawlers, a bunch of Bailings in the back, a bunch of Zerglings in the front, but at the moment we do see that Socke has gotten 4 gas, and there's still only 2 probes. If you guys remember, that 1 Zergling forced him to micro a little bit and probably took off one of the probes from the gas, and he forgot to put it back on. +1 melee and +1 armor just went up for the Zerg player, and the robotics bay is going down. An observer has come out, and these Balings are still on the side. Go inside, do some damage right now. You can make it. And 2 Void Rays are making their way across the map. A hatchery has gone down, and these Void Rays are going to try to get some kills off these drones. And I'm clicking on the mineral patch. And I think he killed about 4 drones before that, and so that is looks like number 7, 8. And the Queens are going to finally come out, and this is going to hurt the DIMAGA significantly. I think they're waiting for the Spore Caller to go up, and it does go up, and Socke's going to have to micro back this Void Ray, and he does, and he's going to kill off the Sprawl Crawler, but that will save a lot of the drones, and he's bringing back this Void Ray. That might not be the best idea because the DIMAGA is such a nice micro player, and he's going to be able to snipe that Void Ray like he did. The second hatchery going up outside, and I think this Void Ray is also going to go down, getting around a lot of kills that time, severely hurting the income of the Zerg player. As we can see, about 50% less. Robotics Bay is complete. Maybe we're going to see a Colossus, and a Colossus is on the way. Additional gateways being produced at the moment. There's 4 gateways inside, 3 gateways currently being constructed, so there's going to be a total of 7 gateways. There's a proxy pylon here. I think the creep did see it. This is a very nice defensive stance from the DIMAGA, but I'm not sure if the Zerg wants to be defensive in this manner. He doesn't really want to stay on the same number of bases as the Protoss player, and the Thermal Lance is currently being chrono boosted, as well as additional Immortals. Very, very interesting choice there. Not going for additional Colossus, but only 1 Colossus and additional Immortals. Lair Tech is about to be finished at the moment, and the 4th extractor is going up, and he's getting a lot of spine crawlers, not feeling too safe against the army. And a Zealot goes around the side. A Phoenix is coming around, and he's gonna try and scout out what's going on inside. Second melee attack and second armor is going up. The Thermal Lance is about to be complete, and an additional Colossus is coming out. The main base is getting mined out. This is super saturated for those 4 patches, so he is really thinking about grabbing that 3rd base. And the second expansion, there's only 1 robotics facility, but he's been chrono boosting this very, very quickly, and he does have a nice sizable force of units moving across the map. And there is 1 observer. We'll see exactly the sort of defense the DIMAGA is in, and I think he's going to use this Colossus' range and abuse it so that he can try to get some of these spine crawlers off, and these Queens are going to try to come out and deal with the Colossus. They are shooting at the Colossus. The Colossus can just move back, and it does, and these units are in hold position, which is very, very good because the Queens don't have the range of the Colossus. +2 weapons, +2 attack, melee attack, and armor about to be complete at the moment. I think this Colossus is trying desperately to destroy these spine crawlers, but not going too quickly, and there's a Void Ray harassing a little bit on the side, just distracting the DIMAGA at the moment. Probes are being transferred on the side, and the second Colossus does show up. The 3rd Colossus is being produced, and these 2 Colossus are going to be able to do some damage against this. And we do see a lot of Balings in the back. Let's see what kind of damage they can do. A lot of Queens are coming, and the Void Rays are getting into the fight as well. And we might see a nice charge from the Zerg player. Is he going to do it? He's not thinking about committing. I think he's trying to convince the Protoss player to think he's committing to try to bait some force field, but he's not committing. These Colossus, additional Colossus are coming, and this Void Ray is going to start working on the hatchery. I think the DIMAGA would have to start to do something relatively soon. He does have a lot of units, and he's going to try to snipe these Colossus, but I don't think it's going to happen. Some force fields do go down. He does get some of the force fields to go down, but that's not too great of an effect. He still has a lot of sentries with the purple, which means that's a lot of energy he can spend. And man, this is tense, and I think we might see a commitment here.